What's up, everyone? Welcome back to After the Storm. We are just chugging along here through the. I get we're past the mid, or like we're into the middle portion of the season here. About give or take 30-ish games, 35 games maybe until the trade deadline. We keep moving our way through. This is episode number 28, game number 28 of the season, and we have a matchup against a very familiar face in the Colorado Avalanche. We have used Colorado twice on the channel for these series already. 2003. Unfortunately, that I lost the file, so we redid a sim, and we did win the cup in that one. That was a lot of fun. And then in 2005, the 2005 series, we also won the cup with Colorado in a stacked team, and we just ran the show in the playoffs. So an incredible team at this time. A lot of elite players, including their captain, Joe Sakic, just one of the best of all time to ever do it. Again, so we're going to see a lot of old friends here. This is when the cap got instituted into the NHL, so obviously the Avalanche were one of those teams that kind of had those cap casualties. They had to make moves to send players elsewhere. Adam Foote is one. He got sent to Columbus or just walked as a free agent. I'm not exactly sure how that one went. Peter Forsberg gets moved to... He's either moved to Nashville or Phil. I need to check this. I'm not sure if he got traded to Nashville first. I think he went to Philly first, though. I think. As he kind of bounced around a handful of teams just before he kind of wraps up his career here. Yeah, so Korea was another one. He was on Colorado, him and Solani signing to win a cup, and obviously it doesn't work out. They get moved around as this goes along. And then, yeah, Philadelphia here, Peter Forsberg moving over there. So I'm not sure if this was a lot of players, like, just at the time having their contracts expire and it was no longer financially viable to be able to keep them around. But some major names for the team moved on at this point, so it's not the same Colorado team that we're playing in this game, this episode, but it's still a very similar team to the ones we used not only to win the cup in 2005 but even 2003 to win there as well. So again, they're a lethal team. We can't take them for granted, that's for sure, and we got to come out and play another solid defensive effort like we had against Calgary in our last game. Taking a look at our matchup here, again, we're still looking pretty closely at those overalls. A lot of advantage for Colorado in this one. We have a slight goaltending advantage, but overall, 95-93. Colorado is the better team. They are at home as well in this game. Obviously, our offense has been a lot of our talking point, but bringing that goals against down to a respectable level. I would love to see it around 2.4 like Colorado has it. That'd be fantastic, honestly. That's what we're striving for. We played really good defense against Calgary in our last game. We're going to continue looking to build on that, and hopefully another good outing here. Our goaltending matchup here, Hasek obviously back in the net. Fantastic performance, stops 20 of 21 against the Calgary Flames in our last episode. But again, he was really good. He's been our number one pretty much since the season started, and another opportunity for him to steal a game from a top team in the league. At the other side, though, a full 3 stars across the board, David Abisher. This is, by all intentions, this is a very elite goalie at this time. Again, I don't think he really gets talked about, and because Colorado made so much change at this point in time, he's about to get moved for Theodore a little bit later on this season as well. So, again, not a guy who was talked about too much in Colorado at this point in time, but he was a very, very good goaltender. So the team reports, not a whole lot to report with Colorado. They're coming off a 4-3 win against Pittsburgh in their last game, and they currently have no injuries. So that'll wrap it up for the preview portion, guys. Let's not waste any more time. Let's go ahead and get into the game against the Colorado Avalanche.
Pepsi Center in Denver, Colorado. I'm Jim Houston. And I'm Craig Simpson. And welcome to what should be an exciting...
It's been a long time since we've seen that iceberg. I shouldn't say the iceberg. The Avalanche. The Avalanche. Of course. It's been a while since we've seen that in the warm-ups. But nevertheless, feels good to be back in a familiar building with surrounded by some friends. Lindros is now on our team. Again, that was a friend of ours in the 2005 series. But we look to get a big win here. Gotta keep up our stellar play. It's a big hit there to start the game by Redden. Heatley shot. That one's blocked by speedy John Michael Lyles. Shot. That one goes way wide. Pass there for Spezza, but John Michael Lyles will get there first as he's got speed for days. That one picked off by Alfie. Heatley, nice move, shot on. Looking for his own rebound, but Lyles, a ton of speed on him, and that makes him a very perfect, like kind of a perfect puck moving defenseman. Over to Domfus, big save by Hasek early on. Peter Bondra in, shot. Oh, that one. Smolinski's shot, oh my goodness. So we start stripping the puck here as the second line's getting a lot of opportunity. Back there. Pass could not get there from Havlat to Smolinski for an opportunity. Duvie Westcott again. He's been quiet in his 2 games here so far, but back in front, Letowski there. Great opportunity. Lindros to Leclerc. Lindros shot. Looks like it's blocked. Letowski shot. Leclerc turns, fires. Letowski on the wrap chance. My goodness, good chances early on. Nikolitin and Hasek will make that save look easy. So there's Alfie back in. Sharp angle there. Redden there. Spets on the one-timer. Laxton in, shot there. Down low. Big save by Hasek. There's Alfredson, backhander. Good chance there. There's Lyles again. Shot off the post. Backhander there. Bondra. Oh, trying to feed that one over to Havlat there. Good pick off by Berard, but he gives it up right back to Blake. Blake in. Backhander on. Smolinski from way out wide. It's a quick first period, a scoreless one coming to an end. Goaltenders on both sides very good to open up this game. We still search for our first goal as we had scoreless to the second. 11-5 the shots. And another one of our one face-off. First periods. Seems like we don't get into stoppages all that much until the second period. There's Hayduk, shot. Save there by Hasek. Tanguay. That one on again. 2 big saves for Hasek to start this period. Heatley. Shot on there. Down low, Heatley. Feed by Spezza there, but Abisher's going to track it down. Get a hold on it. Smolinski with the win. Phillips shot. And Smolinski with the rebound. Just too tight of an angle. Smolinski is... There's some defensive breakdowns for the Avs here.
We're still scoreless early in the second. Oh, he gave it away.
Turned over.
Smolinski, he's into the
Berard
attacking
through to
zone.
Smolinski.
Over to Havlat.
Oh, Havlat maybe trying to go 5-hole there. Just couldn't get the shot away.
There's a look at Ottawa's new coach who takes over a team that is already one of the best in the league. We're ready for the face-off.
There's 5 minutes through. Sakic wins the draw.
Here's Doobie Westcott. He brings it to center.
Lindros through. Tripped up a little bit. That takes that defender out of position a little bit, but turned over by Hayduk, and the speed of Trevor Letowski in. Good chance. Tried to feed it backdoor.
Here's Milan Hayduk, who's managed only one shot on net so far tonight. He brings it in on the attack. Over to Sakic.
Sakic down low. Lyles, that's going to come out of the zone.
16-7 for Ottawa. We're still scoreless in the second period.
Letowski having to move around his own teammates there. Down low to Leclerc, though. A beauty backhand pass. It's a tired first line of the Avs gets caught out. And Leclerc places that one perfectly over the pads of Abisher. He had broken the deadlock
Ottawa breaks the stalemate.
halfway through the game.
I thought we were headed for a scoreless tie at this one. It's been a great game defensively, that's for sure.
And there's Heatley. Oh, man.
Another quick one, and they're up.
A perfect spot on the ice for Danny Heatley. He's not going to miss that too many times. What an absolute rip.
As you can see, it's an accurate shot.
Just like that. Similar to the Calgary game, we go up 2-0. Some stellar defense being played, but we're
Halfway through the game,
patient with our offense, and it's really paid dividends. So 2 goals within 35 seconds.
easy as it gets for Dom Haschel. To Daniel Alfredson. Here comes Danny.
Heatley is shot on.
Side by Abisher. A turnover.
Oh, and Spezza just could not make that one go onside.
He came up big on that wrist shot. That was a great attempt, but he stopped him cold. The puck is about to be dropped.
After a really tough game against Vancouver a couple episodes back, I think our response to that game has just been excellent.
Hit into the boards. Here's Brian Berard to Smolinski.
Feels like at every point that we've had an opportunity to respond, make that response, and just
He passes it to Bondra. Shoots just wide of the net.
make up for a
And Smolinski.
tough loss, we've answered that call.
Colorado will get a chance to move up.
That one's turned over. Looks
Really out hitting them here in
good
the
stick there by Vonanen.
The shots are 19-8 for Ottawa.
Big hit there.
Man down. Here's Anton Volchenkov.
Volchenkov bumped off, but more than anything else, he is just
Shoots it. Abisher's got it.
keeping possession here as the second line is still out. Down low to Heatley again.
And won't give it up.
Huge save, though, that time by
It remains 2-0 here late in the second period for Ottawa.
Abisher and in. Shot again as Heatley.
From the slot. Great poke check. Redden
Just all Sens here.
passes it to
No hooking. Oh, there is a hooking penalty
is going to
coming. I did not think there was. It's a high sticking call on Blake. I wasn't expecting a call there. I just thought that was a hook. But yeah, Spezza looks like he does get him in the face. So maybe from a little bit from bad to worse for the Avalanche.
Jim, they've got some good finishers in their lineup, but they like to keep it simple. Point shots with lots of traffic in front. He shoots. Turned away by
Chance
Abisher.
there.
Lindros.
Final minute of the second. Oh, and off the post, Alfie.
Delayed
And a
penalty.
penalty upcoming our way now as the refs
Up ice.
even it back up.
It's called for high sticking.
And it is a high sticking on Eric Lindros, so back-to-back high sticking calls.
Some people might question that call, but the referee has decided it's worth 2 minutes in the sin bin.
Not sure about that one, ref. 13 seconds. Probably won't be able to get much done here, but that'll do it. So a little bit of 4-on-4 as we start the third. A huge 2 goals in 35-second span of the second period, and that's really opened up the game. And defensively having another terrific outing against a top offensive club in the league. So we enter the third here, having just given up 8 shots only in this game. Impressive performance from our guys, but we cannot discount the Avalanche in this third period. Down low, and there it is. Doesn't take long. John Michael Lyles with that extra space on the ice, and Valchenkov just sags down a little too far. Sakic's going to easily pull that one, clean that up in front. And just like that, the Avs are in the game. 31 seconds into the period. Short power play for Colorado here. So that's turned over. Down low to Alfredson. A huge save by Abisher.
Shots on goal are 25-9 for Ottawa.
Down low. Ho, ho, ho. Couple chances. That'll do it for the power play.
Lindros sees his penalty expire and jumps back on the ice. Quick up to Tanguay. Oh, what a defensive play to knock the puck off his stick.
Play by Redden there.
To Daniel Alfredson. Lindros, he carries it into the zone.
There's Lindros.
Abisher turned the shot aside. It's turned over.
Alfredson stripping that puck from Scrashton's. Take some bumps on the way in.
The score is 2-1 for Ottawa. Out comes Carlos Scrastins, and he gains the blue line into the
Shot, that's off the side of the net.
Ottawa is getting all the big hits here in the third period. They carry it into the zone.
Oh, Bondra off the post. Looks like that one might have leaked in behind Abisher there momentarily. Down low, and oh my goodness, Peter Bondra.
They're getting ready for the face-off.
Sometimes a crazy inaccurate shooter.
The face-off goes to Ottawa.
There's Leclerc, chance. He's already got one in the game. Looking for Letowski there, and a good pad stack.
Colorado will start the break.
They look to combine for their second goal of the game.
Shoots the puck from beside
Shot blocked there by
Solani.
Westcott. The puck comes out. Letowski, the burst of speed. Letowski in, backhander scores. And speed kills.
Speed kills. Isn't that the old saying?
Oh my god, the Craig Simpson right on. Me and him right on the same wavelength with that one. Speed kills, dude. Got in behind the defense. Abisher sold for it. Backhander over a sprawled out goalie. Lyles, that one goes way wide. As we have yet to have a, there's Verada taking his first shift in the third period. We've yet to have one of those trick shot. I shouldn't say trick shots, but the skill shots. We've yet to have one of them work for ourselves, and the AIs have not had it either. So that's good to see.
And he moves it into the attacking zone.
There's McCammon, 2 chances. That second one looks like it hit the post. 7 minutes to go in the third. 3-1. Similar to the Calgary game. Very similar to the Calgary game. Now, Calgary definitely have more shots on net than theirs. But the song remains the same, so to speak. As a great defensive effort followed up by some good offense has led to a fantastic result for us so far in this game. Huge hit. Lindros knocking down the defender.
It's grabbed by Sauer.
Down low, looking for Letowski. He's got the
Puck picked up by Lindros.
big goal there.
Turned away by Abisher.
As a big hit by Letowski.
Abisher the save. Back the other way quickly.
Chance there. Shot. That's blocked by the captain, Alfredson.
To Leclerc. Now quick up to second.
Minute and a half to go here.
They're over the line and on the attack. Down to the final 2 minutes of this third period.
Heatley with Lindros out.
Here comes Danny Heatley.
Shot on, heavy one.
Under a minute to go in the third.
Hayduk shot on.
Ahead to Volchenkov.
Chenkov shot pass rather gets
Poked away.
blocked, but he
Volchenkov.
temporarily stripped it.
They need the extra firepower, but time is not on their side.
There's Volchenkov shot, and Volchenkov will get his first of the season. Heatley will pick up an assist along with Dominic Hasek.
That should pretty much do it for this game.
And that will wrap it up.
Icing on the cake.
A huge win on the road against one of the most lethal offenses, and they weren't able to get much generated against our team in this one. Great performance all around. 20 seconds to go here. Down a player for ourselves as well. Fisher getting injured in the last game. Out a couple weeks.
Door slam shot by Hasek.
That one's intercepted by Pache.
McCammon dumps it.
And that'll do it. A huge 4-1 win as we take on two of the top teams in the Western Conference and come out with commanding victories against both. So we'll do the 3 stars of the game. We'll jump out and we'll preview our next one back at home against the Dallas Stars.
From Denver, Colorado, I'm Jim Houston. And I'm Craig Simpson. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
So the shots in that one were 35-17 to finish the game. Hasek stops 16 of 17. Stopped 20 of 21. So what do we at? 38. 2 goals on 38 shots in his last 2 games. Very good stuff. Incredible performance by our goaltending. We've made it a lot easier on him, and that's been a big, big help. But these 2 games, we came off talking about how we needed to be better defensively, and in those 2 games, we really were. So that's awesome to see. Honestly, Trevor Letowski coming up big again. We're getting this depth, scoring everywhere. Last game, just before he got injured, Mike Fisher had a goal. The 4th line, 3rd line coming through. Heatley had a goal in that game as well. It's just so many contributions from everywhere throughout the lineup. This is a team that's clicking, firing on all cylinders right now, and it's just working really, really well. So obviously a big win there. We will preview the Dallas matchup. Let's go take a look at our email first, though. So 4 new emails, none of it, and no trade options or trade proposals or anything like that. Mike Fisher, bruised shin back on Christmas Eve. Again, we're not in any rush to get Fisher back. Even if he becomes playable, we will sit him just for the simple fact that he's obviously, not only is he a 4th liner on this team, there's no sense risking another injury. Take a look at some of the hot streaks around the league. Let's take a look here. The cold streaks are more. Look at the Islanders, 4, and those are big players for the Islanders there. So I think it said that. I'm trying to think who it was. Was it Leclerc? Can't remember who it was. Somebody was on a cold streak coming out of our last game, and they're fine now, so it doesn't really matter. Injury report. Anaheim a couple guys down. Columbus a couple guys down. New Jersey's got 3 guys out. That's big. Washington a couple guys out as well. Joe DePenta, Sean Pronger, and Chris Taylor. So Buffalo and Atlanta doing some signings around the league. Just one note, I was talking about how Pittsburgh kind of had become, somehow managed to get themselves into the playoff race. They still are, but they have dropped back out. Buffalo is the team that didn't start the season well at all, and they have actually got themselves back into playoff position. So they've had a really strong last like 10-15 games, and they're definitely back in the hunt. All right, so previewing our next matchup here, we've moved up to 5th in the conference with our win in our last game. But as we take a look here, we're playing against a rather struggling Dallas Stars team, and a team that you don't really expect to struggle, but they have been. We definitely have the advantage everywhere, offense, defense, goaltending, but this just seems like a team that, they like 53% win percentage, so I guess they're not doing horrible, but 12th in the conference, they'd certainly like to be higher than that. Again, I feel like the Western Conference either has like a really high tier, or it's just a discrepancy of points or something. But yeah, Dallas doesn't look like they're scoring much in each game, and their defense just isn't holding up enough to get them some wins. In our goaltending matchup in this one, Hasek obviously going to stay in. He has been, fantastic in this last handful of games. So absolutely no issues with Dom at this point. I think Dom played the Boston game before these last two, and he won that one. Then he comes in and has a spectacular game against Calgary and a spectacular game against Colorado. So, and I think he only allowed the one goal in the Boston game too. So he's strung together like a really good handful of awesome starts here for us. That's big. Just a big performance from him. We've got the advantage here. Again, kind of the reverse. Usually whenever Hasek's on the road, he's a 93 with those bottom two stars. So we're kind of facing a Dominic Hasek at the other end, in Marty Turco here. Again, this is a Dallas team I think we can't take lightly. I think they're pretty decent. Just haven't had the results so far in the season. And taking a look at the team report, speaking of those, I would say the Devils, but they're not the Devils. They're the Sabres. Buffalo, 4-2 win against Dallas in their last game. So that's a big aspect of it, right? They're losing games to teams that they probably should be beating a little bit more. 13-11-0-4 on the season. Again, they just have not been able to get themselves points, and their road record is not great. 4-6-0-2 rather to start the season. And they are on the road. They're going to be visiting us in Ottawa for this one. So we do have that advantage as well, because they just have not performed well on the road. We did go through and probably see it in that league injury summary, that the email that was sent out, but Shane Corson is their lone injury and abdominal strain. He's out for about another month. So anyways, guys, that's going to wrap it up here for episode number 28 of the series. And honestly, a very good closeout to the road trip. Started really rough in the Vancouver one, but recovered very nicely. Shifted that focus to our defense for the Calgary game. Came out with a huge win there, and then a huge 4-1 win against Colorado in this episode. So, very good stuff. It's maybe just before we go, we'll take a look, as I believe we have Toronto on a Saturday night in December. That's the stuff you love to see. We have Toronto hockey night in Canada, not in our next episode, but the one after. That'll be awesome. I don't think we've played Toronto for a while. Yeah, we haven't played Toronto since the end of October here, which was a 4-2 win. Had a 5-2 win, and we had a 6-2 loss to open up the season. So again, our fourth matchup against the Leafs coming up here. Then we do go back out onto the road, but all against our conference opponents. A couple big games here. So Hasek is going to run right through. It'll be Denis here. His next start will be against the Islanders on the 23rd. And then from there we go a little bit before we actually go back out on the road again. Nice big road trip. And we won't see Denis probably, if we're keeping him to the low key, or more low key starts, I should say. We'll probably let him play the matchup against the Capitals and Ovechkin here, and then give Hasek back to Boston because he has had their number so far this season. But yeah, it looks like Denis won't get into a ton of games over the next little bit. Looks like he's got 2, and then we do get into a handful of back-to-backs here, where we'll see him a lot more down the stretch of the season here. Another one here, so he'll have like 4 starts in March at the very least, and then he's gonna have, yeah, he's probably gonna have maybe 10 more starts or so. We'll see if Hasek gets, fatigued as we go down the stretch here, but right now we're going to ride Hasek right up until this Islanders game. Again, there's some really good teams in here, teams we want to get points against, so that'll be a big aspect for us, but Hasek should ride us through these next 4, and we'll go from there. Anyways, guys, that will wrap up this episode. If you liked today's video, give it a thumbs up down below. Leave a comment if you really liked the video. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already a subscriber, because, hey, why not? You're already here. If you've made it this far in the video, I'm kind of thinking you might like the series. Check out all the other content around the channel here as well. And hit that notification bell if you would like notifications to your devices as soon as these videos upload to the channel. As always, guys, I'll catch you on the next one.